What is good, y'all? Welcome back to yet again another episode of JI Productions. It's your boy JI, and I'm back at it again with another banger video. As you guys can tell by the title and the thumbnail of today's vlog, and if you've been keeping up with all of the videos, then you already know what's going down. But if you don't know what's going down, well, you see this box. Bingo, man. The time has come. We are finally going MSD. Ported at that. It is ported by GPI. Let me flip it over. I ain't gonna lie. The homie I bought it off of is not running an old catch can. And you can most definitely tell. But anyway, as y'all can see, the runners and even the inlet, everything is ported by GPI. So I'm gonna go ahead and start swapping everything over, man. Let's get it. To be honest, I was about to sit here and film a POV of me taking off the LT2 and then installing the MSD. But I personally feel like y'all really don't need to see me take this off because y'all have seen me take it off before. So we're just gonna use a little editing magic, and just like that, LT2 is out. We've got it sitting over here in the box. We are currently transferring over all the accessories from this junk over here. However, we did run into an issue. This is the brake booster line that goes into the back of your manifold, right? Well, as you can see, this line is a male. And the port is also a male. See, on my LT2, it was different. Its joint is a quick release. So, that being said, we are gonna have to modify this line. Hopefully, my neighbor Isaac has some 3/8 hose that we can use to basically cut right here, cut this entire half of the line off, and then replace it with the 3/8 hose. That way, since it is off of the brake booster, we should be able to just slide it onto that joint and be straight. Without any issues, it should create enough vacuum to hold itself on and not have any slip off or anything like that. Other than that, we've already transferred over the map sensor. I'm waiting to swap over the throttle body just because of the simple fact that I don't know if bro is actually gonna have this or not. And if he doesn't have that hose, then I'm actually gonna have to reinstall the LT2 back onto the car and go to the store, grab the hose, come back and do it all over again. Mind you, RK is waiting for us so that he can tune the car. So yeah, we kinda got a mission, bro. Shout out to Manny. And shout out to my neighbor Isaac, bro. So my boy had the line and Manny gave me the idea. Now, the only thing is I'm kind of scared that this line, I may have cut this line a little too short. So we're gonna go ahead and install this up to the motor and see if this is long enough.
Many unbearable hours later.
All right, you guys, I'm sorry. I just kind of like been working. Like I said, time crunch. Got to get this done by tonight so RK can at least send me a startup tune, a drivable tune. And then tomorrow night, if anything, if we can't do it tonight, then tomorrow, you know, we'll go into the specifics of making it faster and whatnot. But as you guys can see, we've got all the bolts tightened down. Manifold is fully secure. I was able to finesse that line and make a line for it. Go ahead and connect my catch can, which I'm actually going to be swapping out. Make sure that's all the way in. I am going to be swapping the JLT catch can. I'm going to be going with a different one that's supposed to do a little bit better than the JLT does. That being said, y'all, I'm just gonna continue trucking along. Now we've got to swap the throttle body and the adapter over and install the intake elbow, and then let RK know so he can send us a file and we'll go from there. Boys, we're coming down to the home stretch. We've got the throttle body adapter plate on. Now we just need to put the throttle body on, bro. Bolt everything up. And like I said, hit up RK, get that startup tune. All right, y'all. So here we are, finished product. Everything is on in place, bolted down. Oh, connectors are connected. Everything's where it's supposed to be, except for this right here. This line is just too short to fit the fitting now. So I'll probably get some extra hose tomorrow and extend that. But the only issue that we're having right now is, now that I'm done, RK is not responding. I called him, he didn't answer. I've been texting him and he has not been replying. So honestly, I'm mad scared to drive my car to work in the morning because I don't want to fuck anything up from, you know, driving the car without a tune in the intake manifold when it's set for the LT2. So that being said, I don't really know. I'm gonna give it about an hour. If he doesn't reply, bro, I'm gonna just come down here and turn it on, see how the idle is. If it's idling weird or it just doesn't seem happy, or if I gotta check engine light, whatever the case may be, I'm just gonna leave it parked. We'll go from there. But we do have the new intake manifold installed. I will say this adapter plus the throttle body definitely made this RotoFab a very, very tight fit, bro. Like, it is literally sitting up against the radiator right now. But it's in there, so I guess that's all that matters, right? But yeah, man, now we just play the waiting game and see if RK is gonna respond tonight, or if we're not gonna be driving the car tomorrow, bro.
The next day.
What is good with y'all? It's your boy J.I. We back for day 2 of the MSD install. As you guys can see, it is on. Everything is bolted down, tightened down. However, we are missing this hose right here. So the hose that we had originally on the RotoFab was cut. Everything was really cut like to the T for the LT2. Since we're switching up the setup and going MSD, it kind of changed the fitment of things, such as the RotoFab. Like, now it sits literally up against the radiator fan. But thankfully it's just the shroud, it's not the actual fan. And then also the catch can hoses. These joints were a little short. I had to finesse to get them to connect. And as you guys already knew, the hose for the brake booster, had to finesse that. And then what else? I think that's pretty much it, other than this hose right here. So I went to O'Reilly's, picked up a little longer than what I needed. And now I'm gonna go ahead and move forward with finishing up the install. All right, you guys. And just like that, the install is done. We are officially Team MSD. Damn. I ain't gonna hold y'all. It is definitely different popping the hood and seeing that sitting right there and not the C8 engine cover. But I'm excited. We're gonna see what the car does, how it performs with this new setup, and we're gonna go from there, bruh. I'm still making some changes. There's some more things that I am gonna be swapping out. The RotoFab will be leaving very, very soon. This throttle body and this adapter plate will be leaving as well. So yeah, man, the oil catch can, as I told y'all earlier in the vlog, is definitely gonna be leaving. So we've got some changes that we're gonna be making to the car very, very soon. So you guys just be sure to stay tuned. I'm gonna go ahead and cut the camera off right now, and I'll cut it back on whenever RK sends the file so that we can get the first startup and go from there. I ended up not going into work today, so there's a possibility that we might be able to go link up with him, and you know, he can do what he does in person. But we'll see. We're still waiting for him to respond. So yeah, man, I'm hyped though. It looks good. So I'm on the phone with my boy Gully right now. You know what I'm saying? And I was just telling bruh, like, I'm tempted to start the car without the tune just because of the simple fact that I want to make sure there's no evap leaks and I want to see how this joint sound. My boy like, screw it, man. Just turn that joint on. It ain't like you driving it. So I don't want to leave y'all with no cliffhangers and not turn the car on for y'all. So we finna go ahead and get the first startup with the new MSD intake nanny. I'm gonna set y'all up right here on the strut tower. Go. Definitely failed, but it started right up. We don't gotta check engine light at the moment neither, so that's good too. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let it sit in idle for a little bit, get up to operation temps, because I want to see if it's gonna start chopping again. If it starts chopping, then we have a vacuum leak. So we gonna see. All right, y'all. So we've just got that text from that boy, man. He said, green light. I'm at the shop. Gonna pull up. So that being said, that's gonna go ahead and end today's video. If you guys are new to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and turn on post notifications, because in the next video, we will be putting this thing on the dyno and getting it dialed in. Time to see what this MSD is really about to do. Was it worth making the swap? Should I have gone Holly? Should I have stayed LT2? We finna find out, coming to a video near you. But like I said, man, hit that subscribe button and turn on post notifications. If you're just as hype as I am, give this video a big thumbs up. Drop your guesses horsepower-wise in the comments down below. I'm on the fence, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know me. I don't really care about dyno numbers, but I will say this. The LT2 at the end of the day is a stock manifold. You know what I'm saying? It's just like for the Mustang boys with Gen 2s going to Gen 3 intake manifolds. At the end of the day, it's still a stock manifold, whether it be ported, whether it be better because it came out after, you know what I'm saying, or the runners are supposed to be bigger, whatever the case may be, it's still a stock manifold. The MSD, however, is an aftermarket manifold. If you guys go back in the video and look at the difference in the inlets from the LT2 and the MSD, it's actually astronomical, bro. So that being said, I'm actually hyped to see what kind of numbers this car puts out. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know. I'm intrigued. I feel like it's gonna be an actual legitimate gain. We already know homie's dyno reads 40% lower than a dyno jet or a Mustang dyno. So don't take these numbers, you know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, bro, the dyno is just a tool for tuning, you know what I mean? The numbers that we really care about on this side are 6130 and 4140 times, which will be dropping after the dyno day because we got to tune the transmission as well. So that being said, man, we got a lot of fire content dropping this week, man. We got some fire content dropping this week, man. So you guys make sure y'all are staying tuned. But without further ado, that's going to end it for this one. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.